Today marks 1 year since George Floyd was killed while Minneapolis police arrested him. On May 25th, 2020, protests and riots erupted around the world. And last month, a jury found former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin guilty of his murder and manslaughter. And today, people all over, including here in Seattle, will be remembering a man who sparked a movement for change, for racial equality and police reform nationwide. Alex Lehnert from our Minneapolis affiliate joining us live this morning. Alex, good morning to you.
Good morning. Yeah, as you mentioned, we expect a lot of people to gather here today in Minneapolis. I'm at Commons Park in downtown, which is right near US Bank Stadium where the Vikings play. Lots of people already out this morning getting things set up here. Things start at 11 o'clock, really a celebration of life here at Commons Park. We also expect to see a lot of people gather at 38th and Chicago. That event begins today at 1 p.m. Now, 38th and Chicago is the intersection where George Floyd was killed a year ago today. That intersection now transforming into George Floyd Square, very much a memorial at 38th and Chicago. And the governor here also asking folks at 1 p.m. to take part in a moment of silence, but rather than just one moment of silence, 9 minutes and 29 seconds, which is the length of time that Derek Chauvin knelt on George Floyd's neck. So lots of people anticipated to participate in today's events here in Minneapolis.
And we heard from George Floyd's girlfriend at a rally in Minneapolis yesterday. What will his family and friends be doing today?
Yeah, so members of George Floyd's immediate family expected in Washington, D.C. today, as the president has asked them to come to the White House this afternoon. So we expect members of George Floyd's immediate family to be in D.C. meeting with the president, as well as Nancy Pelosi, to talk about the Police Reform Act that they're trying to move forward. And other members of George Floyd's family are expected to be at different events here in Minneapolis this afternoon.
If you can set the stage for us a little bit, the mood in Minneapolis as the epicenter of this racial justice movement nationwide, and the site of the highly charged trial of Derek Chauvin recently. The other officers involved are going to be standing trial there. What is the mood in Minneapolis today?
We've certainly seen a shift here in Minneapolis. Leading up to the trial, there were boards on nearly every building here in downtown Minneapolis with a very heavy law enforcement presence, as well as the National Guard. That, since conviction, has sort of alleviated itself almost. The boards have started coming off of buildings. There's less of a worry about protest and outrage at this time. That being said, we've seen a large increase in crime here in the city as police officers with the Minneapolis Police Department are leaving the department as there have been calls for defunding the police. So crime has gone up, and the calls for police reform are still very much at the forefront of a lot of folks' minds. So how do we keep community safety while also pushing forward for police reform has been a big question here, and one that the city council and the city, as well as community members, are certainly trying to tackle.
And those concerns certainly echoed here in Seattle as well. Alex Lehnert from our Minneapolis affiliate, thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.